Hello there, my name's Jack and I am the Global Coffee Lead here at Proud Mary. In store, we get a lot of questions about our pour over method. So what I'm here to do today is show you a little bit about why and how we brew pour overs here at Proud Mary. Before we get started, we're gonna need some bare essentials to put yums in the cup. You're definitely gonna need a kettle, a pair of scales, a brewer, a vessel to brew into, something to stir vigorously with, a paper filter, and of course the coffee itself. Ta-da! So we brew all of our pour overs using a 1:16 ratio. So that means 1 part of coffee to 16 parts of water. This ratio is pretty universal for us. We roast all of our coffee to taste exceptional within this window. For today, we're gonna be using 15 grams of coffee, so that means we're gonna put 240 grams of water over the top of that. First, you wanna pre-wet your paper filter. This will get rid of any of the potential paper taste, as well as preheating your brewer and your brewing vessel. After you've pre-wet your filter paper and heated everything up, you wanna get your kettle up to the boil, as we brew at boiling always. Our first pour is always 4 times the weight of the dose. So with our 15 grams today, we're gonna get 60 grams of water in there for our first pour. Start your timer and get your 60 grams of boiling water on top of that coffee as fast as you can, ideally before the 6-second mark. Then we immediately agitate the slurry. This happens before the 10-second mark. You wanna agitate back and forth, side to side, to try and get rid of any visible bubbles. Try not to push coffee into the paper filter because this can cause the fines to clog up the brew later on. This large initial pour weight paired with agitation makes sure that all of the coffee gets hit with hot water as fast and evenly as possible. We put our kettle back on the boil because we're gonna hit it again at the 45-second mark with boiling water for our second pour. Pour once around the outside of the paper filter to wash down any high and dry grinds and bring them back into the slurry. Then we pour across the bed in a zigzag motion until we get to our total brew weight. We use this zigzag motion because it lets us touch as many points of the slurry with boiling water as possible. Once we've reached our total brew weight, we give the brewer a little swirl and tap. And this is to ensure that the drawdown is as even as possible and nothing is left high and dry. With all of our coffees, we're aiming for a total brew time of anywhere between 3 to 3 minutes 30. If our brews are running a little bit too fast, tasting hollow or sour, we don't change the method. We just grind a little bit finer. And inversely, if the brews are tasting a little bit dry and leaving a bad aftertaste and running a bit too long, we just grind a little bit coarser. So we find that by brewing it boiling, having a very big initial pour, agitating very quickly, pouring in a zigzag, and swirling and dropping at the end gives us a really simple and repeatable method to finding consistently even extractions. So go forth, put yums in the cup.